Here we go. It is time to apply pressure. Week 6 recap. We got week 7 coming up. We've got Miami Hurricanes, Florida State, all kinds of things happening in the state of Florida when it comes to football. And we're here to bring it to you. While everybody's talking about Florida State, everybody's talking about Miami. I'm sorry, people really aren't talking about Florida State anymore. Let's be honest. Not really, after last week. But while people are talking about that rivalry, the city is buzzing about another rivalry, a Miami rivalry. Miami Northwestern and Miami Central. Traz Powell, 4:30 p.m. Saturday. Have you ever been to Traz? When the stadiums are both full, not when it's like second quarter and people, still rolling in and then it gets hyped. Like, have you ever been to Traz and the ball is just floating in the air, sailing, and all of a sudden, a player tracks down this ball. No, did he? Pause. Cameraman saying pause. Catches the pigskin, and you've got probably 10,000 people. You know what they're going to be saying on Saturday afternoon? What's your favorite color? Blue. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait, and you better be there or you're going to miss out. If you are not there, you're missing what everybody essentially waits for about 364 days out of the year. When that game's over, everybody's already talking about the next year. This is probably the biggest high school football rivalry in the nation, hands down. Even though Calvin Russell is still out, unfortunately, this Miami Northwestern team is rolling and probably rightfully so favored to win this game. But this Miami Central team has all the tools, all the heart, the competitive spirit, coaching, everything they need in their back pocket to make this a game. This will be no lay down game. Meanwhile, even though Gump is out, you still have 5-star Nick Lanier. Nick St. Joseph is playing like a 5-star. And Neiman Lawrence, 5-star, sophomore quarterback, they're all in rhythm. They're really not missing a beat. And like I said, on the other side, Miami Central has their weapons too. At some point of the game, Jaden Ford is going to touch the ball and he's going to make a play. He's going to do something electric at some point. Brandon Kinsey, if he touches the ball enough, he's a hard player to take down. He's elusive, he's strong, physical, and I could talk all day about their quarterback too. Anthony McQueen has showed up and showed out time and time again. And again, there's just something about these two teams. When they play each other, it means something. It's going to be competitive. So yes, the game's going to be electric. Yes, you should be there. Yes, both teams have weapons and skilled players that are out of this world. 5-star, 3-star, 4-star, and no stars. Even the no stars. My favorite player to watch this year, Bojay. 9-5, Miami Northwestern. That kid's got heart. He's got skill. Wait until Pressure puts out Bojay's highlight tape. Wait till we put that out. That whole defense is special. It's going to be a fun game. Looking forward to it. Let's move on. The Battle of Plantation. American Heritage Plantation versus Plantation. So actually, Plantation jumped up 7-zip in that ball game. Pick 6 right off the rip. Everybody was like, uh-oh, Plantation's knocking. So Plantation goes up 7-zip and they get another pick. Back-to-back interceptions. American Heritage start off a little rough. American Heritage wouldn't get a touchdown until later on in this game. Started off with a safety and 2 field goals. It was an 8-7 ball game. Slow game, but again, rivalry game. Plantation didn't want to lay down. Dylan Bennett punches one in on the goal line. Even when Jamar Denson didn't play in the game, Jonathan Bueno didn't play in the game, someone had to step up.
Will Jafar Coy, Gene Noel, please come to the office?
Blur! 8 gets the touchdown. Straughter throws it up for a bomb to your boy, and you knew it was just time before the man settled down. Leon Straughter icing on the cake. Patriots win 28-13. Now, a team I'm excited to talk about. Southridge is just a fun team to watch. They get on the ball. They're running plays fast. They're getting to the line. Quarterback looks amazing. He signed to USF, so he's feeling himself right now. Southridge has just been putting up points like crazy and spreading it out everywhere. Trey Proctor got a touchdown this week. Jakari Johnson got a touchdown this week. Travis Gamble, I think, got 2 touchdowns this week. 59-18 final score. I can't wait until the Columbus-Southridge makeup game. Columbus is 1-4. Southridge is 5-0. It's a makeup game from like 3 weeks ago. Columbus is up 14-7 in that game. Still a lot of time. Southridge was driving. A very young but very fun team to watch. Southridge, Miami, Edison this week, and we will definitely be there as well. That one will be part of a doubleheader at Traz Powell Stadium Saturday. That one will be a doubleheader Friday at Traz, the first game. That second game, Norland versus Cocoa. Norland desperately needs a win. Had a very tough schedule this year. It's always fun when Coco comes down. We usually see them around state time. Miami Northern could definitely use a dub, especially after losing this past weekend to none other than the Archbishop McCarthy Mavericks. That game didn't disappoint either. 21-14, hard-fought game. Miami Northern actually answered first in that game. Fourth down conversion, Kai Moore rolls out, makes a play, extends some time, throws it to number 10. Marquis Siggers, he's been electric all year. Those two have been connecting. Miami Northern, they're going to keep fighting, but the Mavericks look great. I know they're a very, very young team, 5-1, making some noise. Been doing great on the marketing side of things. I know they got the grip boost glove thing going on. Videos have been amazing, by the way. So Kai Moore extends the play. Great play, right? Next play to kick off. Jeremiah Alexander, this boy's got wheels. Takes off. They put him at running back. I think he played a little bit of receiver. They've got weapons. Damian Grant, he punched one in. Kendall Brown made some great plays, ended up taking in the game-winning touchdown. He called game and then looked at me in the camera and said, "This is our homecoming."
Let's go, baby. It's our homecoming.
The Mavericks are a serious team. I mean, the way things are going, the Mavericks can win a state championship this year. American Heritage Plantation is still in the way of that. But if this is a year where you're going to win it and you have a chance, you got to take advantage of that. We've seen it time and time again. Perfect example, Atlantic and St. Thomas last year. I thought that was Atlantic's window to maybe sneak one in over on St. Thomas. Couple trick plays later, still wasn't good enough. St. Thomas is still St. Thomas. But some people think Atlantic may have a shot this year. And Atlantic's been great. Pedro Martinez, sophomore quarterback, doing great things over there. That offense is probably one of the most structured, disciplined offenses when it comes to getting to the ball and snapping it right away. Those coaches have been perfecting that offense for years now. But St. Thomas is still St. Thomas. You have your windows, you have your opportunity. It's not easy for some of these smaller schools. Come playoff time, you have these great seasons, but come playoff time, there's always these, major high schools that are in the way. With the way things are now, with talent being dispersed all over, there's so many different schools that are good. The Mavericks may have an opportunity to take home a state championship ring this year. And speaking of windows and opportunities of being able to possibly win a state championship this year, the Palmetto Panthers got a win against a Columbus team who usually we see them at states every year. Not having the best year this year. Vero Beach, I know, is playing lights out up north, but Palmetto have an opportunity, being the best team in their division down here in South Florida. They have an opportunity to bring home a state championship. There's a number of guys making plays on that team. Palmetto, serious contender, serious team to look out for. South Dade, you're on the clock. And speaking of upcoming games to look out for and games we'll be at this week are Chaminade-Monarch. That's first on my list. That one's obviously going to be fun because we really haven't covered a whole lot of Jabari Brady this year, and he's always fun to watch. So what will he do against this Chaminade team? Obviously, Chaminade's loaded with talent. Doesn't look like a team that's going to be slowed down by much this season. But Monarch's playing great too. 3-2, one of those losses to Bowles, which did you see Xander Edwards, 8 touchdowns. We covered him this year against Monarch, and I told you that sophomore was a problem. The other loss, Don Bosco, actually traveled up to New Jersey for that game. Monarch, lots of talent. I assume they'll slow that game down. Quarterback Florentino Lopez actually, I think, is leading the state in passing yards right now, somewhere around 1,500 yards. We'll see what Monarch has for the Lions. The Lions right now are the number 3 team in the state of Florida, number 17 nationally. We will be there. You got Evie and Dillard playing this week, the Soul Bowl. Dillard undefeated, probably intend to go into Pompano, lay BTA, but it's the Soul Bowl and you never know what can happen, right? Maybe. I don't know. Dillard looks pretty good. We talked about Southridge earlier. Southridge, Miami Edison. John Curly Jones. That boy Curly is making plays every week. You throw that boy Curly the ball, pop, catch, pop, catch, pop, catch. You put that ball anywhere, Curly's coming down with the ball. Southridge trying to stay undefeated. Miami Edison trying to bounce back from a tough Chaminade loss. We will be there. Other noticeable games, we've got Western and West Boca, American Heritage at Flanagan, and St. Thomas versus Hollywood Hills. That does it for high school football. Now let's jump into this week's matchup, Florida State and the Miami Hurricanes. Listen, this was supposed to be 2 top 5 giants throwing haymakers. But after FSU just blew it to Virginia, now it just looks like another chance for Miami to hand out a good old-fashioned BTA. Ruben's living in people's backyards rent-free. 22 tackles. I've seen all types of stuff on Twitter. Highest rated defensive player, doing things that Aiden Hutchinson and Chase Young and being compared to guys like that. Hurricane Bang will bring the pain. Carson Beck slinging 73% completions percentage. Malachi Toney barely 18, cooking secondaries. And my guy, Mark Fletcher. Mark's running people over like they're traffic cones. But it's good to see that the nation are really starting to respect their Hurricanes as national contenders. Number 2, we all thought they should have been there a week before. Ohio State, I think they're just there because they're there right now. I think we'll see a lot to change as the season continues. But one thing's for certain and 2 things for sure. Miami's bringing the smoke and Florida State's going to feel every bit of it. Canes by double digits, and you already know it's no pressure.